Hello everyone, my name is Miguel Anastacio and I'm a real estate agent here in Orlando, Florida. And I wanted to create this little guide, buyer guide, for everybody who's looking to purchase a property here in America. Because every day I talk to buyers like here or even overseas, and they don't know what to do and they don't know, where to start. So here's gonna be the 8 important steps to buy a property here in America. Little disclaimer, also don't be surprised if here on the bottom you see some French subtitles. It's because part of my clientele is also French, so I want to make sure I can help everybody. So step number one is gonna be the budget. You gotta make sure you choose wisely the right budget, right? So you're not gonna spend more money that you can afford. So it can be either a cash deal or you can need to borrow some money for a mortgage. So you gotta make sure that you stick on the budget. You can find also in Google there is like different website to help you what type of budget based on your yearly income, what you're supposed to do. Because sometimes I know you guys can get lost, and but in Google you're gonna find a lot of information about this. Worst case scenario, if you know a realtor, you can just contact him and he probably can help you on it. So now we are at the step number 2. So number 2, obviously, is gonna be to try to find the right real estate agent. So for this, if you're in Orlando or Central Florida, you can call me definitely. Or if you don't know what to do, just call some family members, some friends, co-workers. I'm pretty sure one of them already had an experience with a real estate agent, and actually that's the most common way to start with somebody. And if by chance you don't know anybody who worked with a realtor before, you can go online. You go on Google, you just type a real estate agent in the city that you're looking for, or just realtor in the city. So for instance, just real estate agent Orlando, and you're gonna find a list. Maybe pick and choose like 2 or 3 of them, and you compete them with each other, and I'm pretty sure you're gonna find the right one. Like we are the step number 3. So number 3, this step is only for people who needs to borrow money from a lender. So obviously, if it's a cash deal for you, you don't need this step. So this step, that will be to be pre-approved. So be pre-approved from a lender. So if you don't have any lender, you can reach out to your real estate agent. I'm pretty sure you know one of different lenders, or you can just make a research on your own. Just reach out to your lender. Most of them, they already have a form to fill up online, and you can get pre-approved in a few minutes, just putting some personal information, and you just have the what is that called? The pre-approved letter, and then you know exactly what you can afford, and you can move forward on your research. All right, so now we are at the step number 4. So number 4, that will be to try to find a property. House hunting. So for this, you have different options, but the most common one is just to go on Zillow.com. So go on Zillow, you just put a neighborhood or city or zip code or whatever. You have different filters. If you're looking for like a 3-bedroom, 2-bath, a different square footage or whatever, it's a super website to try to find your property. You have also some other competitors. You have Realtor.com or Trulia.com. And actually, I completely forgot to mention this. If you don't want to deal with that, you can just reach out to your real estate agent, right? He's here to help you. So just giving him all the criteria that you need, what you're looking for in your next property, and he's gonna make the research for you. And usually, they send like every week a selection of different property that you can match with criteria. All right, so step number 5, you found the property. So you fell in love with it, you like it, you want to buy it. All right, so now it's time to make an offer. So to make an offer, make sure you talk with your real estate agent before, to make sure your offer is acceptable and it's pretty fair to the seller, because if you way too below the market price and he's gonna refuse you offer, you can maybe sometimes have a counter offer from the seller, and then it's all about negotiation. So that's why it's important to get the right real estate agent, because he's gonna fight for you. He's gonna try to get the best price for you. So feel free to contact him. You can also make your own research, it's based on the last property sold in the neighborhood, or what we call the comparables in the neighborhood. So make sure you make your own research if you want to, or you can ask your real estate agent to get the job done for you. All right, so you already find a compromise with the seller, with the back and forth negotiation, and so you're pretty good on price. And now it's time to do a home inspection. Why? Because this is super important to know exactly what you're gonna buy, right? You don't want to have any surprise, like you find a leak, or I don't know, like the electricity doesn't work, or like for instance in Florida, which is super important, is the AC unit. Imagine if like 30 years old and it's still working, but it's not really in good condition. You gotta make sure you're aware about this, so because it can be a big expense right here. So that's why you hire a home inspector, so you can reach out to your real estate agent who already work with some vendors, or you can find your own also online. You go online, you make your own research, and you can find different home inspectors. So just for information, the price will be around $200 and $500 depending on the square footage, but you have to do this step. This is super important before you purchase any house. So now you've done your home inspection, everything is fine, you're super happy, you want to move forward. So this step number 7, is only if you want to finance your property. So this step, it's the home appraisal. So for the appraisal, basically the bank is going to ask an appraiser to come to your property to make sure like it's worth the money that you're gonna pay for it, just in case something is wrong, or you need like to put your house in foreclosure or whatever. It's just a security for the bank to make sure they lend you the money and it's worth that exactly you're gonna borrow from them. So this step is only when you want to finance your house. So now we are finally at the last step, which is the closing to make you officially a homeowner. So basically it's it's just a meeting with you, the buyer, and the seller who's selling the property, with both of you real estate agent, to do all the paperwork together, to have the keys, and don't forget also you're gonna have to pay what we call closing costs, and they usually between 2 or 5% of the purchase price. All right guys, so now you know exactly what to do if you want to purchase a property here in America. You can contact me anytime if you have any question or if you need any help, and I see you for the next video.